Welcome back to the channel. This one's raw, real, and painfully powerful. Stick around to the end. We'll talk lessons, healing, and what it means to start again after betrayal. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories that hit home. Now let's dive into it. A Promise in the Rain. Nia Holloway had always believed love wasn't about grand gestures or fairy tale endings. For her, it was in the little things. Folded laundry, forehead kisses before work, 2 mugs of coffee brewed without asking. She'd grown up in Savannah, Georgia, in a modest but close-knit family that lived paycheck to paycheck but never missed Sunday dinners or birthdays. By age 29, Nia had earned a master's in cybersecurity, bought her own townhome in Decatur, and was living proof that hard work could rewrite the story you were born into. What she didn't know, what she couldn't know, was that a single man would dismantle everything she built. When Idris walked in, it started at a tech entrepreneurship mixer. Nia had gone for the free drinks and networking, not love. But then she met Idris Akinwale. Tall, confident, with a voice that felt like velvet and conviction in every word. Born in Lagos, now finishing a PhD in systems engineering, Idris was new to the country, yet already dreaming big. He noticed things. Her smile when she talked about her job. The scar on her wrist she always tried to hide. He didn't just see her. He studied her. He said all the right things. I came here to build something real. I'm not interested in flings. You feel like home. And for Nia, lonely in ways even her friends didn't understand, those words were like water to parched roots. Rushing toward forever. The courtship was swift. Dinners at her place, where he brought homemade stew and danced with her in the kitchen. Notes slipped into her laptop bag. You're the code that cracked my heart. He wasn't flashy, but he was steady. When he proposed at Grant Park, beneath a sycamore tree heavy with rain, Nia said yes before the words fully left his lips. Her best friend Tanya was hesitant. You sure you're not just caught up in how different he feels? Her brother Marcus didn't trust how Idris never talked about his family. No photos. No calls home. But Nia saw what she wanted to see. A man building a future with her. They planned a modest wedding. Nothing over the top. Just a rented church hall, peach roses, and a borrowed veil from her mother. But Idris's student visa was due to expire that summer. And so things were expedited. The fault lines appear. Nia noticed the cracks early, but she chalked them up to stress. His background checks came back murky. Foreign systems don't always log cleanly, he said. He was secretive about his job search and eventually she noticed. He wasn't actually working. One day she caught him deleting emails. He said they were spam. He wouldn't let her meet his university advisor. But when she brought up her fears, he'd cup her face and say, "Stop doubting love just because it feels new." So she buried her unease. Because sometimes women convince themselves that being loved, finally, means ignoring the gut feeling that something is off. The vanishing groom. The morning of their wedding was quiet. Cloudy skies. Soft gospel playing from her mother's phone. Nia was nervous but not scared. At 11:34 a.m., a text from Idris. You'll be the most beautiful bride. I love you. That was the last time she heard from him. By 12:30, guests were whispering. By 1 o'clock, the pianist had restarted the wedding march 3 times. By 1:15, her pastor took her aside and asked gently, "Do you want me to make the announcement?" She stood there in her dress, veil slightly askew, mascara already threatening to betray her. "No," she whispered. "I'll do it." So she walked to the front of the church, faced her friends and family, and said with the softest voice imaginable, "There will be no wedding today." From bride to victim, Idris never showed up, never explained, never apologized. But worse, he hadn't just disappeared. He'd looted her life on his way out. 2 credit cards opened in her name maxed out. Her social security number used to lease 2 apartments in cities she'd never even visited. He'd used a forged marriage license to apply for permanent residency, without her knowledge. Then came a federal agent at her door asking, "Did you knowingly assist Mr. A. Kinwale in committing visa fraud?" Her world crashed. She went from heartbroken fiancé to suspect in a criminal investigation, just because she fell in love, crawling back from the edge. For months, Nia lived in silence. Embarrassment followed her like a shadow. Some co-workers whispered. Her social accounts flooded with messages from strangers. "You should have known better. He played you like a fool." But slowly she fought, filed identity theft reports and worked with cybersecurity experts to trace his trail, reached out to immigration lawyers and fraud victims groups, eventually helped authorities link Idris to 3 other women across the country. When the call finally came, "He's been arrested in Houston. You helped us catch him." She didn't feel triumph, just a strange kind of peace. Healing forward. Today, Nia runs a digital security nonprofit that helps women escape online scams, romance fraud, and identity theft. She speaks at conferences, tells her story without shame, even smiles when someone asks, "How did you bounce back?" In her living room sits a glass box. Inside it, the shoes she almost wore down the aisle, a photo of her younger self smiling blindly, and a typed note that reads, "You didn't deserve what happened, but you deserve everything good after." She hasn't dated in years, but when asked she says, "I'm not afraid of love, just more selective with the doors I open." What would you have done in Nia's shoes? Have you ever ignored your gut feeling in love? Drop your thoughts below. And if this story struck a chord, like, subscribe and join our growing community. Until next time, be safe, be wise, and protect your heart like you protect your password.